So I recently had a question from the students in the Online Institute about, can all websites be optimized? And this question had more relevancy actually a few years ago when a lot of websites were being built entirely in Flash. And it was very, very difficult, if not impossible, to optimize a Flash website. Currently, very few websites are being built entirely in Flash. Some websites have Flash banners or a little bit of Flash integration, but they're still, at its core, it's primarily HTML. So the question is not whether or not all websites can be optimized, but really the better question is my website platform really easy to optimize? And I think that there's a broad spectrum of factors to determine from very easy to optimize to very difficult to optimize. So on the easy end of the spectrum are kind of open source content management systems, WordPress and Drupal as examples. If they're hosted on very fast servers with the latest plugins and the latest technology for site speed and for all the major plugins that are necessary for optimization, then you're going to have a site that's very easy to optimize. On the opposite end of the spectrum would be really difficult and kind of obscure, especially older content management systems, and websites like sometimes franchise websites where you're building your website kind of off of a mothership site where you just get a little subdomain or a couple pages. In those cases, it can often be a lot harder to manipulate the template. Free template sites or free website builders can really lock you in and not allow you to change some of the data, the metadata, and other features that you would need to create a really truly optimized website. Another thing to consider is a lot of those free and cheap websites use kind of heavy themes with a lot of extra content, and a lot of websites use the same theme. So you create a situation where the amount of unique content on your site is very limited. Currently, with most content management systems, there's a spectrum from relatively difficult to optimize with certain free or franchise-based themes, all the way up to extremely easy to optimize with a lot of options within WordPress, Drupal, Joomla, and a variety of other open source content management systems. Please feel free to ask additional follow-up questions within the forum, the JB Media Institute, or in the comments on this blog post. So thank you so much for listening.